Hello, in this video I'm going to talk about hash sets in AXIOM, and this is part of the settings in process, and there's two main sections in AXIOM process which allow for you to add hash values or hash sets, and that's calculate hash values here and categorize pictures. I'm going to make a separate video about categorized pictures because they're their own entity as such. The one I'm going to talk about in this video is this section here, calculate hash values. And in this section it's further broken down into two parts as well, which is tag files with matching hash values and ignore non-relevant files. I'm first going to talk about the ignore non-relevant files, and this is useful for removing files of results from your case. So you can automatically remove files that you're not interested in from your case, therefore you have less items to remove. And a good starting point is the NSRL hash list, which is the National Software Reference Library, and this is a list of like operating system files that never change, and stuff like system icons, clip art, desktop wallpapers, stuff that in 99% of cases is not relevant to investigation. Therefore, why have them in your case? Why not just remove them? So therefore, you've got less data or items to review. So here I've downloaded the NSRL list for Android, iOS, and Windows operating systems. You can go to the website, the NSRL website, and download them. They come in various formats. I've just downloaded them in plain text format and added them in here. Once you've loaded them in, you can see that the number of records that has been loaded for each file. Now, one thing to note here is that you may have to do this for every single installation of AXIOM. So if you've got 20 machines running AXIOM, you may have to do this on each machine. However, there is a workaround or cheat for that, and basically what that is once you've got it set up on one computer with AXIOM, if you go to the installation folder for AXIOM, you'll notice that there's a folder called Hashsets here. If you copy that folder, so you can either copy that whole folder or the one within it, and then distribute it to the other installations of AXIOM, you will get the same hash sets here. But I know sometimes examiners have their own hash sets and what have you, but it's an option for you. So you've loaded them in, and then you can enable them here, or untick them to disable them and not make them run. And what this does is once AXIOM is processed, then it produces your results in Examine. Any files that match these records are automatically removed from your case, and I'll show you what I mean here. I've got two cases loaded up. The one on the left has no NSRL loaded, and the one on the right does have NSRL loaded, or is added in and enabled. And you can see that there's slightly different results. This has less, and then when we drill it down a bit more, we can see that the results are less in media. So what the case on the right has done is it has removed any files that have matched the NSRL list, which, looking at this, appears to be pictures. So that may have removed like system icons and desktop backgrounds and other like Windows system pictures. There's no way to enable them, so there's no filter, that they are completely removed from your case, so the results will stay like that. So that's the section here, and it doesn't have to be for NSRL. You obviously can make your own lists and add them in, and it will automatically remove them files. The one above it is tag files with matching hash values, and what this does is if you've got a list of hash values for files that are of interest to you, you can add them in here. However, one thing to note is that it will only tag them in file system view. So I've got a few lists, text lists here with some hash values, and it will tell you the number of hash values of records in each of those text files, and it will give you the option to label them. So here I've kept it nice and organized. The text file is in MD5 format. It's for known document files, and I'm also going to tag that as known documents. So again, you can enable them or remove them. Any ones you ticked, that will be processed and checked. So if I add these and enable them and then process, I'll just load up a case here and go to file system view. You can see that it's made some tags here, and I can apply them and it will show me which ones are, like for example category A, which ones are like known documents, which ones are known encrypted, or you could pick all of them. So as I say, anything that you add here will be displayed in file system view only. They will not be displayed in artifact view. So if I go to artifact view, again you'll notice that the tags are here, but applying them doesn't produce any results. They only apply into file system view. If you want items to be tagged in artifact view, or only for pictures should I say, this is in this section here, which I'll be making a further video on about.